Let's make an easy vegan dish. We're going to make dressing with pecans and cranberries, which is appropriate for Thanksgiving or any holiday or event where you serve dressing. This video is part of a weekly collaboration named Quick and Easy Meals, hosted by Anna of the Grace Life DIY Home Decor. Sometimes there are also guest hosts, and since I do these videos pretty much ahead of time, I'm not always aware of who they are when I do the video, but they will be listed in the description box below. Please visit everyone's channels and give them some love. Veganism is a growing movement, and chances are you know someone or more than one person who's a vegan, and chances are they may end up at your dinner table at some point. So it's nice to have some dishes you can serve, or at least know how to create dishes that will make them feel welcome. Let's define what a vegan is. Vegans do not eat any animal products. No meat, no fish, poultry, pork, nothing that has a face. Vegans also don't eat any animal byproducts, so no dairy, no eggs, no milk, no yogurt, even no honey, because honey is a byproduct of bees. For dressing, you start with a good base. Stovetop is not a good base because as far as I can see, every single one of the stovetop dressing packages or flavors has animal products in there, either chicken stock or some sort of stock, and it's not appropriate to use those. What is appropriate to use are things like this Oro wheat herb seasoning, herb seasoned. This is another one, sort of an herb seasoned, and there's a good one from Pepperidge Farms, also herb seasoned. Dressing recipes always call for some sort of stock, and it's usually chicken stock. This can be easily substituted with vegetable stock. Dressings usually also call for butter. Again, dressings also usually call for butter. Again, easily substituted with margarine. A lot of people like to add sausage to their dressings. Obviously, that's not going to work unless you can find vegan sausage, in which many people like to add sausage to their dressings. In this particular case, it's not going to work unless you can find vegan sausage, which is readily available nowadays in most grocery stores. In that case, go for it. So let's get started. I think you'll be amazed at how easy this is. This is a really simple recipe with, it's just absolutely delicious. I'm going to be using half of this bag of herb seasoned cubed stuffing, Oro wheat. There's other brands out there, but this is what I had. Now this was originally 12 ounces. However, I used half of it for another recipe, so I saved the other half for this. And if you ever want to know how many cups are in 12 ounces of cube stuffing, just if you want to use part of it, there's 8 cups. So right now I have got 4 of those cups in here. So let's get started. I also have half an onion, some pecan pieces, so you can use walnut too, and some dried cranberries. My first order of business is going to be to chop this onion up. All the onion is chopped up. I'm making this in a cast iron Dutch oven. I'm going to do all the cooking in the Dutch oven and then put it directly into the regular oven. So I'm going to start this. While that is sauteing, we're going to go ahead and make a cup of bouillon. If you're making half a portion as I am, then you will just need 1 cup of bouillon or stock. If you're making the full amount, the full 12 ounces in the bag, then you'll need to double that, or whatever it is called for in the recipe. And because this is vegan, I'm not going to be using chicken stock or anything like that. I'm going to be using this Better Than Bouillon. It's reduced sodium, seasoned vegetable base. Now, even though it's reduced sodium, when I made this last time, it was still pretty salty. I think the little cubes are very salty too, so I'm going to use a little less than what's recommended here for a cup of water, and that'll be fine. It'll give it some flavor without making this overly salty. Okay, I'm going to make my bouillon here. 1 cup. Our onions are just about done, so I'm going to throw this in with the onions as per the directions. I also am going to put in about a 1/4 cup of margarine. Be sure to check that there's no animal products in this. Sometimes even if it says it's margarine, it still has some milk in it. This is from a company called, let me find the label, Miyoko's. I got it at Grocery Outlet, but there are plenty of them out there now that are plant-based. So I'm going to put this and this hot liquid into the pan where the onions are and let them come to a boil. A lot of steam coming up, but you get the idea. Just going to let that go. I'm going to go ahead and add the cranberries and the pecans to this now. I'm starting off with about 1/2 cup of cranberries and about 1/2 cup of pecans, but you can adjust it. You can even adjust it when this is already cooked. But be sure to adjust it before you put it in the oven. So I'm going to give that a mix and see how that looks. And I think I'm going to add a touch more of both things. So here's a little bit more pecans, and here's a little bit more cranberries. The liquid and the onions in the Dutch oven are at a boil, so we're going to add this. I'm going to start mixing this, making sure it all gets moistened. I have preheated the oven to 350 because I'm going to throw this in the oven as soon as all the breadcrumbs are moistened. And into the oven this goes. It already smells so good. About 20 minutes later, this is fully cooked, nicely crisped on top, and I'm looking forward to having it for lunch today, at least part of it. Anyway, hope your holidays are going well and you're keeping warm and safe. Thank you so much for watching.